Hey guys, this is Tom with.
Hello.
Welcome
Hi.
back to Diamond Painting with the Edwards.
Hello, my beautiful train wrecks.
This time we are back on mine. You guys have seen some of the photos I put up as I finished up the bottom half of this. Once again, it is a Diamond Art Club. It is Space for Reflection. It is a 74 by 55. So now I'm just trying to get up. I'm working this way, and I'm going to work down, and I'm going to just keep on doing that to get the top done. Which I got a lot of the confetti done down the bottom. I think a lot of this is going to be. There's a little bit of confetti going on, but a lot of the same numbers. It looks like, especially in the mountains and the skies. So it'll go pretty quick, I think.
A lot of color blocking.
Yeah, I still got to order me some new trays.
Yeah. We're eyeing some.
Oh, I found a couple that I like.
Yeah, I have too. The obsession has begun.
Yeah, it won't be too bad. And I'm getting used to myself going sideways. I normally don't do them sideways like this, so it's a little different for me. But with the boards that I have, it's not bad at all. I don't have the big board like she does.
No. I asked him if he wanted to use it, but he said no, because I'm doing Queen Elizabeth and she's going to take up the board.
You know, I'm perfectly fine with the small boards. That's the only thing my desk, my area, I can't do this big board like the backing board that she has. I can't do that. I don't have the room for it. If I did, yeah, I would definitely get me one of these so I have more room to put the canvas on. I don't mind if I have to mount it down and then, like a lot of them, they just move the light board around. I have no problem with that. Um, yeah, I don't know. I may end up seeing what I can do with it. My desk is not the biggest.
Mm. It's an old makeup stand that I got at an auction and stripped and re-varnished it. It's just an old like makeup stand, so it's not very big. It's big enough, but not. It's not huge.
Like I said, I mean, it works. It it's a good little desk.
He works at a desk. I work at a 6-foot camping table.
Yeah, she is. She does a lot more stuff over here,
Yeah.
so she needs the room.
And here recently, not only do we have Beatrice Honeybee Honeycutt, as you can see her peeking around the corner, I have now also included a fan. It's been weird here in Indiana. It's too cold to put the air conditioner on, but it's too hot not to have a fan blowing.
Yeah, the weather keeps on bouncing around on us. It'll be in the 80s, mid 70s, a couple days, then it'll drop into the 50s, and it'll, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just literally,
And I'm like hoping and fighting so hard. Taking allergy medicine. I've got nasal spray, and just like if I feel a little stuffy, I take those because I'm like hoping the next month and 2 weeks is graduations and graduation parties and camping, and Aunt Joe can't get sick. and then the weather does this. So I'm like hibernating most of the time.
But I think what I'm gonna do in some of the next videos, what I will do, I'm gonna do a ASMR
Ooh,
diamond painting, where all you hear is
the clips.
that's all you hear. No talking, just clicking of the diamonds. I know some people you don't hear it as much anymore, or see it very much. I know they still do it. So it's I was correct.
Okay, question. Since it's reflection. When did you see your first ASMR?
The diamond painted or just regular?
Just AMR. Just ASMR. Just regular.
I don't know, when was it.
We've seen one from a gamer.
I'll say it was with you. So you introduced me to it. So
And,
before that I didn't even know what ASMR was.
Yeah.
I mean, I've posted some on my channel. I have done some ASMR with cooking.
I have a few ASMRs, but he doesn't like it because the sounds.
There's some things I do, but there's other ones.
Yeah.
It's like I'm a big yeah, and some of it just sounds, I don't know.
He doesn't
Especially-
like it
especially-
when people are eating.
Yeah, if you chew with your mouth closed or open, oh,
And a lot
that's
of
like
mine
chalkboard
are
to me.
eating. A lot of mine are eating.
Yeah.
Like Kimmy. Kimmy is awesome. And oh, what is his name? Zach Cho. I love him. And there was one that I loved so dearly.
I mean, I get it. There's videos out there, and it's culture to some, and all that. But my parents, they were born in the mid 40s. So, growing up, yeah, and with my grandma, yeah, no, that was, you got a fork in the back of your hand if you chewed with your, or you got hit up back in the back of the head. So yeah, that was not a go for me, and it stuck. So
yeah, my first ASMR, and she helped me so much, and I luckily had the chance to tell her before she passed away. She passed away of pancreatic cancer. Her name is SassE Snacks, and and her thing, what she always said is, "Let's get started." And you can still see it. Her sister keeps her channel alive, and it makes it like a place to go to get knowledge of pancreatic cancer and stuff. So I had to get one of her shirts to help with her, because she didn't have insurance when she was dying. So I bought a t-shirt. So I'm almost ready to wear it. And I will wear it with pride because I loved SassE Snacks. That was my first, and she helped me go to sleep. I don't know how many times I told her. She was like my little sleeping beauty. She would lull me to sleep with her whispering stories.
that was way before I came along.
Yeah, that was way before. That was like 3 or 4 years before you came along. I started watching her, and just like with some of the diamond painting ladies, it gave me a connection when I was in a period of my life where I didn't have much connection because of illness. So yeah, I adore SassE Snacks, and I miss her greatly. And yeah, let's get started. That will forever be a favorite phrase of mine. Let's get started.
Oh, you stay, you kitten.
The bee
The
is
bee.
turning to bug. The bee is being a bee, and she's being a lovely bee. Beatrice. Honeycut.
She's
Honey
being
bum.
a,
Oh, no, it's Beatrice Honeycut Honeybum. Sorry.
she's been a little buggy.
She's bugging out. Well, you have a bee to look at. I posted a video on Facebook of what I get to look at when I'm diamond painting. So if you haven't seen it, go to Facebook, our Facebook group page, DP with the Edwards family, and you'll see the little short video I posted today of who I get to look at when I'm diamond painting.
Is it who or what?
Well, technically, you are looking at a who, and a butterfly, and a brains, and camping, because you're looking at stickers and the bee. The bee is eyeing you. It's giving you the eye. With her cute little cheeks and smile.
Make that work.
So is there anything you would like to reflect on?
Anything I would like to reflect
Yeah.
on?
That you haven't talked about? You gotta have stuff. What was like your first childhood memory? I know what mine is. Do you know yours?
I mean, there's a few that I can remember, but
What's the earliest? I can remember kindergarten. I can remember walking to school with my M&M backpack because I was cool. My hair in pigtails. Cute little dress. First day of school.
I mean, I would take the mom's rocking chair and flip it up, put the Afghan over it, make it like a little fort.
Yeah.
Every time I see that rocking chair, it reminds me of it.
Oh. It's in the garage.
I know, but it's also falling apart. That thing is lived.
It is. And I wish we had more room to put it in a room and put like a doll or something on it so it can still be useful.
Oh, it could. I mean,
We
it's
just
kind.
gotta find room.
Well, the thing is, it's coming out of the holes.
Yeah, but you
So
can
it
put
needs
a doll on it.
It needs to be glued and clamped,
Mm-hmm.
and it'll fix it right up.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I have a rocking chair too. So that's what I'm saying. There's two rocking chairs. We can always fix one up and make it like a place for dolls or something, special to put in, like a quilt or something you can hang off of it.
No, like you just said, we don't have the room.
No, we don't have the room. We don't even have the room for the one that we gave to her, which is, I told her the story about it, and she was like, "Oh, I love it." The chair is at least 27, 28 years old. I bought it from the Liberty Bell Market, which is gone now. And it was like a flea market kind of thing. And they sold carpet and all kinds of stuff. You can go get your fleas there. And they had this rocking chair, and I was pregnant with Philip, and I dearly wanted a rocking chair, and it was oak, and it's very pretty. So I got it, and I still have it, and it's in excellent condition because it got to a point I couldn't even sit in it anymore. So it just became a place to put Philip's doll that his grandma made of him. It looks just like him. It's cute. And so it just held a quilt and a doll. So yeah, I gave it to Mom because hers is broken.
Yeah, she has one of those rockers that, or the one Mom I had growing up, or Mom had when growing up. There's one of those out on the back had the eagle and it said, I think it has like 76 on it.
Yeah.
No, it was one of those types, like the bicentennial rocker is what it is.
And she probably bought it in '76 because it's old.
Yeah, she probably did.
I just sat in it the other day and I didn't fall through, so still got some life in it.
Oh, there's been times I've sat in it and
Now the bottom things fell out. So it's okay. If I take a tumble, it's fine. It wouldn't be my first.
or the last.
So let's see. What other memories have you had when you were little? I know you talked a lot about your grandma's farm.
Well, she didn't have a farm.
Well, who was it that had a farm? I thought it was Big Grandma.
Uncle Bruce,
Oh,
he he maintained one for a guy. He was a pilot, and the guy owned the land, but Bruce would just run it for him. They had some cows,
Yeah.
some horses, some pigs. So Uncle Bruce would just maintain it, and I'd go down there and spend summers and down there. That's where I learned how to ride horses.
Every time I had a chance to ride a horse, it was always like at where the places where they already know which way they're going, so you just basically just sit there and the horse does everything. I've really never had a chance to really ride a horse. I know the concept, but
I mean, it didn't help either that Mom to own a horse. And the only reason she got rid of that horse is because it about kicked me in the head.
oh,
So she got rid of it after that. I don't know if the horse meant to do it or what it was. I just remember Mom saying that's the reason why she got rid of her horse, because she wasn't going to have a horse. So
yeah, I can see that. Okay. What was your first Halloween memory?
I remember dressing up as a weird Mickey Mouse. I mean, you're thinking early '80s, so
Yeah.
it was the plastic,
Yeah. Face mask.
plastic face, big old face mask, the plastic. You fold it. It's like wearing a trash bag.
Yeah.
So
We had that, boys and girls.
so it was.
Generation X. I was Wonder Woman. But when we got older, we made our own costumes. because it was a little bit more fun.
Oh yeah, I mean
Came up
they.
with fun ideas.
Yeah, as we got older, we um, did our own makeup
Mm-hmm.
and all that. And I know they're looking through the pictures the other day. There's some iffy ones.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Yeah. We won't talk about Bruno. No one talks about Bruno. We're not going to talk about those.
But for the day, I mean, you got to figure
That was a long time.
the time and the era that it was.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's nothing bad. Just
It just
it
was. What
it just
was.
kind of made me chuckle when I saw it. It's like,
Mhm.
what was people thinking?
Mhm.
Because obviously I didn't have a part in that.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got one of those myself. But we won't talk about that Bruno either. Your Halloween. Did you like funny stuff, serious stuff, scary stuff? What did you like to be?
When I was a kid,
When you were old enough to really get into it. Like 8, 9, 10.
I really honestly don't know.
You know?
I mean, Halloween. I mean, only reason I looked at Halloween is free candy. Where can I go to had was giving out the most candy.
Yeah.
I mean that was the whole thing. So I mean, as far as what I went, didn't really care.
We went 4 streets usually. We came home with mounds of candy.
Oh, so back in the day, I did too. In this
Everybody gave candy.
back in the day, this neighborhood did. I mean, it was
Mm.
between this neighborhood and Mom's mom.
Yeah.
That neighborhood. I mean, yeah, they were good back then. But I mean, you're talking.
There's just no kids around here.
You're talking about
anymore.
40 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's just like, and then as everybody grew up and the older people started passing away and new people moved in and less kids around, so Halloween,
Yeah.
the trick-or-treating around here just kind of ceased because everybody was going
Everybody was, yeah.
elsewhere to where everybody was getting good candy.
Yep. I only had trick or treaters at one house. All the other houses were either too far for people to walk or just a neighborhood that didn't really have much. So now, since this neighborhood doesn't do much, we go to somebody else's neighborhood and pass out candy. We go to Don and Ron's and not decorate, but dress up, and we pass out candy. And we also pass out candy at the campground.
Which
That's fun.
I got. That's another one I got to look up. I got to see if they're booked already.
Yeah.
Because we'll have
We
to.
pass out candy and doggy treats. Because the doggies need treats too. So yeah. But we're going to take you camping with us. It's going to be fun. I don't know if he will, but I will. I'll have to just take a little painting with me.
I'm usually just a little too busy.
Yeah. I'll have to look and see of all the little paintings I have to choose from. And then make a poll and see which one you'd want to see us go taking camping. And I will probably diamond paint outside in nature. I think it'll be fun.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah, I say I will be busy.
But it's a fun busy.
But for me, it's I'm busy cooking. I'm busy, but that's what I love to do. And everybody knows when we go camping, if it's over the fire, I'm the one that's cooking it.
And this year we'll have his mom with us too, so it's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be 6 of us?
Yep.
There'll be 6 of us. It's going to be a lot of fun.
This would be her first time camping in a tent. Or not tent.
I mean a pop-up.
In a pop-up.
I was thinking it'd be in the 80s, wouldn't it?
Probably early 90s. Maybe around 90. Yeah, because I was probably 15, 14 or 15 when we got rid of the pop-up and got the trailer. It just sat down there for the longest time, and it was probably 10 years old. I was trying to think. It was deteriorating before Dad passed away. So yeah, it was at least 10 years old. At least. So yeah, it would have been 90 or so.
Okay.
So
I went that far off.
you figure what, 20 or 30, 34 years?
We're old. We're seasoned. We're well seasoned, like a nice big cast iron. We're very well seasoned.
And even back then, Dad did all the cooking over the fire. So, I mean, everything. I mean, whatever festivities we decide to go do, or it's just, we played games at the site. We may have 1 or 2 beers. I mean, or maybe a couple glasses of wine. I mean, really, other than that, that's it. We are not big drinkers when we camp.
Yeah.
We're there to have fun and enjoy the time.
Yeah.
So, and that's.
And I have to change my shot pattern because I usually take my shots on Saturdays, and then 2 days after I'm sick and don't feel good, and I don't want to spend our last day in bed. So I need to change my shot schedule.
You just need to move it a day.
Yeah, I need to next week I do it a Sunday, or this weekend do it Sunday, and then that next week do it on Monday, and then just adjust it.
Just leave it on Sundays, because by the time we get home, we take it on Sunday night.
Oh, sure.
You'll be all right, because you have Monday and Tuesday to recover.
But then I got to try to keep a shot cold. I'd rather just take it Monday.
Do it Sunday night when we get home.
Oh yeah, I could do that.
Don't do it Sunday morning. Do it Sunday night.
Well, yeah.
And then you're fine.
Okay.
So that way we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Like before, where we've
where
we've had to do that.
I don't think there's been a Sunday. I mean, I help him a tiny bit, do little stuff, but I'll sit a while because it's usually warm and it's sunny and it's sun beaten down. And since I've had a heat stroke recent, I have to be careful because I could keep getting them. So I have to be very careful and listen to my body and drink a lot of fluids and stay in the shade. Has anyone ever had a heat stroke? It takes forever to get readjusted. I don't know what it is, and they told me it would.
Honestly, I think I've had several of those because
it takes forever to get just better.
I never recognized that I had one. So, working out in the sun as much as I did over the years.
Yeah.
Oh, I guarantee I've had multiple heat strokes because, and didn't realize what I had. I'm like, man, I just overworked myself.
Yeah.
And I would sit down and I would drink a lot of water. And just like my head would start throbbing.
Yeah.
I'd get the cold chills. So yeah, I guarantee there were several times I've had heat strokes.
Mine was scary. He will tell you, mine was scary. When they come in and say, if something happens, do you want us to resuscitate you? I'm like, something bad gonna happen? Well, we don't want to, how do they say it? We don't want to not get between a rock and a hard place. We'd rather know. Because my blood pressure was not cooperating, and I ended up getting stage 1 kidney disease. And it took me about, a year and a half to heal my kidneys. And I finally got them healed.
Do you want to tell the boys and girls why?
Okay.
So we learn.
Okay. 2 summers ago, I did a party. A graduation party. We did.
Thank you.
We hosted. A lot of people helped. We hosted a graduation party for Philip for graduating out of college. And then we also did a birthday for his mom. And then we also did a birthday party for one of my very dear friends, Holly's granddaughter. Because they were birthday twins. So we was like, okay, while we're partying, we might as well really party. And me being me, I push and make sure things get done. I did eat, but it was so hot that I couldn't really eat a lot. And you know when you get real hot and sweaty and you're busy, and I've already got medical issues anyway. So I was already pushing myself. Then it was really hot, and people kept telling me, drink, drink, drink. I'm like, oh, I'll sit down in a minute and drink. And then, you get one thing after the other. You get scatterbrained, and you keep doing it. So I maybe had a glass of drink that day, and about half of a plate of food that day. And I went into heat stroke, and it was pretty nasty. They couldn't get my blood pressure to get up. What was it? 80 over 40. I mean, they were worried. And they kept running in because it would go off. And it got pretty low. And they were like, okay, do you want us to resuscitate you if we lose you? And I'm like, do whatever you think. If I've got a good chance of life, then I guess resuscitate me. But if I'm bad, don't. And they're like, that's not giving us an answer. I'm like, I don't care. Leave it to him. But yeah, I was pretty sick for a while. I was in the hospital a day and a half. Almost 2 days. And they sent me home because it was 4th of July. And they're like, oh, you can go home. It's 4th of July. And I told Tom, I'm like, I'm not feeling right. I don't feel good yet. And went home. And I had to go right back to the hospital. They had to give me more fluids, and it was nasty. So yes, when editor's graduation party is coming up, I will be drinking and eating. I'll be behind the scenes, but I will be drinking and eating. I know I'll have a good babysitter watching out for me. Probably 2 or 3. Because my brother will be there. He'll be like, you gotta drink.
That's one of them you didn't.
Huh?
That's one of them you didn't pay attention to. Because he even told you
I know, he
drink.
told me to. Everybody was telling me. But I'm stubborn and I'm hard-headed, and I want people to have a good day, and I want people to have fun and enjoy it and make good memories. That's like with Wyatt. I told Carla and Greg, my brother and sister-in-law, but she's my sister. I'll help behind the scenes because I want you two to enjoy your son graduating, because this is a huge deal. Our boys are really the first ones on our family to graduate from college. Greg and I both had school. We went to college, but we both didn't really get anything. I got close. If I would have passed the darn math, I would have gotten what do you want to call that?
Bozo button?
A technical degree. I would have gotten like a technical certification in medical reception. if I would have just been able to pass the math. And by the time I got it passed, it was a year too late. So I didn't get my certification. But somewhere, all those classes are done, but I didn't get credited for it. So I said, okay, whatever.
Yeah, when's the last time you heard somebody say Bozo button?
Oh my gosh.
I remember watching Bozo the Clown
Yes, I did too.
in the mornings.
Yes. From Chicago, Illinois. That's where he broadcasted from.
Yep.
Bozo and Heathcliff? Was that his name? The one with the tan clown makeup, was that Heathcliff?
I don't remember.
Oh, you're supposed to know. Do you know what the very first prize was?
Not on top of my head. No.
It was a cake from Rosalind Bakeries. A birthday cake. You got a birthday cake. That was the first one. And what was the last one? Oh, you were not a Bozo fan.
I just said I remember watching, but didn't say I was a huge fan.
It was a bicycle. You got a bicycle. If you hit the very last bucket. But I've never seen anyone hit the bucket. They hit the bucket, but it would bounce off the lip of the bucket. Okay, now you got me looking up Bozo the Clown. I want to know what okay, cast. No, well, it's not telling me the names. Oh, people also ask. This is a section of, like, people ask the questions. Who was the other clown on Bozo? Oliver, Bozo, Sandy, Ned. But I don't, yeah. Okay, hang on. What is his name? Well, since we're talking about it, Bozo the Clown was created by Alan W. Livingston. It was released on June 20th, 1960, and it went through to July 14th, 2001. I guess. No. Oliver, maybe? I don't know. No, they're not showing me pictures. They're telling me the names of them, but they're not showing. I want to know what that guy is. Characters on the Bozo show. Okay. Can we see? Oh, there was Kooky the cook. Let me see a picture of him.
Yeah, they were just a bunch of clowns.
I was a clown in 4-H. My name was Cinnamon. And my job was, I took this, like, how did we do it? We took Wizzo, the magician. Sorry, I'm just all.
Oh, I know, they're not straight.
It had to be Kooky. It had to be Kooky.
Why do I have one that's not?
Because he always brought the cake out. What was I saying? I totally lost it. It's not about Bozo. I was talking about something else. I don't know. Completely left. Flew away. It's gone. Okay, trivia question for those out there. Who was the clown? Let me get my dates. Hang on a minute. Gotta find the right year. Now, in the 1960s, Crinkles the Clown, which was the most terrifying clown that they voted, the most terrifying clown. He did Creepy Crinkles and Sugar Smacks, and he was creepy. But I'm trying to find. You can even get vintage boxes, but it's not telling me the name of the clown. Well, I know the name, but I'm trying to get the date. I gotta find him because there was a few clowns for cereals. Has anybody ever seen Killer Clowns from Outer Space? That's just popped up. Did anybody ever see that? That was a hoot. Have you ever seen that, Tom?
Yep.
They wrapped people up in
Cocoons.
Cotton candy. Cocoons of cotton candy. That is a laugh. If you want to watch a movie that would be a B movie, but at the time was like, ooh, this was high tech and far out. Yeah, it's a B movie, but it's great fun.
Let's see, what do I need next?
Z plus.
I think you hardly use these.
Wow. Okay, on another topic. Crinkles the Clown, which was a clown back in the 60s. And all the kids were scared of him. Well, on a page on Fandom, Villain Clowns, and they made a whole channel, or not a channel, but a page on Crinkles the Clown. Like what his powers and skills are, his occupation, his origin. Oh my gosh. They've made him into like some kind of monster. The type of villain he is a tragic serial killer. Somebody has a sense of humor. And it's cereal with a C, not an S. At first I'm like, somebody actually did that, but then at the very end they put in their punchline. Okay. They got me. Okay. All right.
Okay, I will ask this. Any good recommendations? Well, what I don't know what I just said. Recommendations for trays that are good for squares and round. I've been looking on Etsy. I have found quite a few that I found a couple of them that I really like. Oops.
Oh.
Now I'm just throwing my pen at myself. But I know there's some that's really good for the rounds, some that's really good for the squares, but didn't know if there were any recommendations of anybody that's, has got some trays off of Etsy or some buyers and they would recommend ones that are good for either or. I mean, granted, I am looking to get into square paintings, but I do like the rounds. I still have I think I got four or five more paintings to do with rounds after this. But still looking to get into that square. So it's I know Jill's done quite a few of the squares and she enjoys it.
I love squares.
So I was just kind of curious what if there was any recommendations from anybody on different ones. Because I can't remember who it was, but there is one out there that I really do like and I want to try. It's got the this piece that flips in and out,
Yeah.
so I don't there's no plug or there's not this. It's one of those. There's one of those that flip in and out that I really want to try because that way, I don't have to close it and I can just. I think there was a couple of them I've seen on Firefly. I think, but there's been some on Etsy too.
Yeah.
And I know there's a couple of different creators, content creators out there that I've seen them use them too. And I was just kind of curious what they thought.
There's two I want to buy, and I want to buy some diamond putty too, and they all live in England, but I think I figured out how I'm going to do it to where I only pay shipping for one, but I got to make sure it works before I say, hey, do this. I want to make sure I get it first, and there's no problem. Why can I not find what I'm looking for?
And I've actually looked in making our own putty for us.
Yeah.
To see how that goes. I do want to try my hand at that. May not sell it for market use or anything else like that because I don't know how good it'll be or anything like that. But I'd at least like to try it. And then, depending on how it turns out and all that, if it seems to be decent, maybe send it to some people and see what they think about it. Let them try it and, just ask for honest feedback about it. So, I have thought about that. in case anybody's curious, this line right here, I don't know if you can see it, but right here next to this black tape is where the perforated line is for the plastic. So I put the black tape just on the other side of that perforation. So it just kind of gives me that edge where I know I can stop. So I know I stop here, but that way I'm not getting this too close. So that's, and just like over here, it's on this side of the perforation. So actually when I do this will actually move over that ½ inch or so. So, but like I said, I love how this is. I know I've said it before, because there's perforation all the way across this, so it makes its own squares, and you don't have to have the tape. I'm like, oh, this is perfect, because it's, at least for me, because you just peel it off on the sections you want. I just use the border tape and tape my little section. There we go. So I love this, you know, how they've done this. I've really enjoyed this. So hopefully they've got some more that are like that. But I think what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna stick with a lot of nature. I mean, I'll do a lot of different things. I'm not gonna be just okay. This is all I'm doing. No, I'll be doing a lot, but a lot of different natures, country, like barns, and I've seen some people do some covered bridges that look really good. So I might do some of those, you know, find some of those. I
have gone down a rabbit hole. I have found mascots of cereal. You name the cereal, I can tell you the mascot. I even know the name of the toaster on the Frosted Pop-Tarts. Milton. Oh my goodness. It says everything on here. This is so funny. Like, some of these I don't know because they're European. And Asian. But this is interesting. I'm fascinated. I was trying to find the date of a clown that I wanted to talk about, but I wanted to make it like a question because Generation Xers would know, but I can't find the time. I want to be able to get it accurate. But yes, that was all animated. The ultimate list of cereal mascots. Very interesting. This cereal was from 1930. Force toasted whole wheat flakes. Flavored with sugar, salt, and malt syrup. Sunny Jim. Year introduced was 1930. I'll be darned. Boo Berry. Yeah. Okay. So I need to save this because I'm gonna put it in the. I want to put it in the link. I know sometimes I'll say, "Oh, I wanna put this in a link," and then I forget to do it. But this is interesting. I want to do this. How do I do it? I want to send it to myself. I might make this into a game when I diamond paint next. See how many people can guess the different cereals. The names of the mascots. That would be fun. We're going to do that. I saved it. We're going to have a game. Because I seen one of the Missed SassE. Crafty ishKristyn. You know I love you, sweetheart. She did a the game Would You Rather, and that was fun. That was fun. So I might just have everybody next time put it in the comments. That'd be a fun game. See how many people know.
What, the Would You Rather game or the?
No, the cereals. How many,
Oh.
have them all in the comments. Like, name all the cereals, and then at the end, or like the next day, give the answers. I think that'd be fun.
You gonna put it? Are you a serial killer?
I was a serial killer. I don't know where that picture went though. For Halloween one year at work, I took an old shirt that was easy to take off and on, and I took all the cereal out and wrote the names of them on the package so we know what we're eating. And then I hot glued the boxes together and then put plastic knives, like from your plastic fork, knife, and spoon sets. I put plastic knives through them, and then I blackened my eyes, like I had like somebody hit me in the eyes, like I had bruises. And I was a serial killer. I won. They laughed so hard. It was so much fun. See, yeah. I'll have to see if I can find that picture one day when it's warm out, and I can get to the picture box.
All the pictures are right outside that door.
Yeah, I'll have to see if I can find it because I know I got it. As an adult, what is your favorite Halloween costume? I've already told them my favorite Halloween costume. What was your favorite Halloween costume as an adult? And don't say you've never done it, because then I'm going to make you do it.
Don't care to do it.
You did it this Halloween. This last Halloween you dressed up.
Did I complain about it?
You were Michael Myers. Wasn't you? Yeah.
For a very short time.
But you did it. It was his idea for the costume.
Well, because I knew I didn't have much of a choice but to do it.
Well, yes.
But no, and honestly, as far as Halloween goes, as older, no, it wasn't my thing.
Yeah. I went as a
To
gypsy.
celebrate it, yes, but to do like costumes and stuff, no.
Yeah, I'll get that out of him.
Because I'm allergic to latex. I found that out. I can't put the latex on me. It started burning. One year I did try it. I was an adult and was, I was like, okay, I'll try to do this latex thing.
Yeah.
Put it on, boy, it just started burning my skin.
Yeah,
I took it
I
off immediately.
I knew not to. When I like dress up like Sammy Terry or other things, because I've dressed like Sammy Terry before, and that's fun. I'll use and even like for the serial killer, I will actually use eyeshadow. And like, you can get some clown makeup that doesn't have, it's not so harmful. You can get some clown makeup for sensitive face. Because I had to use that in the past, so I knew that. So then I would, get that. But a lot of times, especially if it's like black, I will just use eyeshadow. Because black has got more dye in it, so sometimes it can be a little drying to the skin. So I just like leave out where I want that, and I just put really thick black eye makeup. Or like mascara or something like that. So there's ways you can get around it. Because I learned the hard way. During marching band, I was in guard, so we had to wear full makeup.
Skadoodles.
And yeah, I used a certain brand that's very popular, and it tore up my face. But we had to wear like pancake makeup. It was so thick because you got to be able to be seen. Oh my goodness, that makeup tore me up. I was so glad when marching season was over. Tore my face. It's okay if you go over an hour.
Well,
You're almost done.
44 seconds. I finished it. 44 seconds
Okay.
over. I was trying.
That's all right.
I was trying. I was watching the time, and I was just. But I would actually had it because I actually spent time going through and straightening.
I do that off camera.
I spent that.
I do that off camera. But you can show him how to do it. He's my straightener. He likes everything to be straight, and I try to do the best I can. Then he straightens it before he seals it. So he's my straightener.
Yeah, just take the big old straightener and just go down the rows.
So my straighteners aren't as big as yours. I have little straighteners. He's got big old straighteners.
Yep, I just realized I missed another one. I mean, I just think it makes it look a lot better if you can.
Well, yeah, you always want to straighten it, especially around the edges before you seal.
I mean, you can tell the gaps that are in there.
You're going to, because everybody has those. Everybody has gaps, especially with rounds. Squares is not as bad, but rounds is notorious for gaps. But you don't look at it every day on a lightboard. You look at it on a wall. So when you turn the light off, you can't tell. Cannot tell if those are straight or not.
But if you're one of those and you're the one that painted it, you know every day that there's crooked stuff in it. Drives you.
But you got to give yourself some grace because you're not perfect. No one's perfect. You just make sure it's fun.
Yeah,
Out of all the ones I do, as long as it looks good when I turn the light off, I'm fine. Because no one's going to know but me and Tom. That's it. But squares, you don't have that. So yeah, you got.
I mean, it's not to be perfect, but I try to get it as much as I can.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell really quick.
That's
And a lot of times too is if you got a little bit of nails, you can just use your fingernail too.
Yeah, I do that.
To kind of.
When I have them, turn the light off and look at it. That's when it really matters. Turn the light off and look at it, and then see if you see any imperfections. It should be right there. Do you see any now? I sure don't. I'm a little further back than you. I think it looks awesome.
So there's the first corner right there. It's got a couple ABs right here.
Yeah.
So
it's so sparkly.
So I can see, this is what I'm talking about. I can take this one, and what I do is I come up here, I find out where it's at, so we know it's right down this row, and then we run it up. So my next one, fill this up. Okay. It's right there. Right there. So
I wish all of the paintings had that. I'm kind of jealous. Because those are so helpful and handy where you can just...
Oh, they are. I mean, after having this one, it's like I'm going to be disappointed if they don't have it on the rest of them.
Yeah, hopefully.
I mean, it has really made it nice.
You can just peel off the layer and rip it off.
Yeah, and you don't have to have so many cards. But I wish more of them would do this. So I mean, it's yeah. I mean, this makes it so much easier. You don't have to worry about putting the paper back down or anything like that. I can't remember. Well, what I did is just tear it off right there. And like I said, I'll just come up here. Next one's right there. There it is.
You need to put up the camera just for a second. So, I have a question for you all. Have you liked, shared, subscribed to this channel? Please do. Have you gone to our Facebook page, the main page, and the group page? Oh yeah, we got you. Go. Visit us. Links will be down below on where you need to go. Or not really links, but it'll tell you. I'll tell you where to go. Because it's hard to do links. They're a big pain when I'm using the big computer and I don't have anything in the big computer but YouTube. So I just say our name. It's down below. And do you have our stickers yet? There's some hints on the board. That's one of our stickers. And that's one of our stickers. And of course, I ended up with the zombie because I love playing Plants vs. Zombies, but are those supposed to be animals? We got like birds, insects, animals, camping, diamonds for lovely diamond painting, and there's our, pointed out, DP, diamond painting with the Edwards family, a beautiful train wreck, and above that, we have ishKristyn's Peep. Yay! Go to her channel. I'll have it down below. I love her, and I'm so happy. And I heard through the grapevine that there is another Peep sticker. I gotta see what that's about. So, but that's what you're seeing. Those are some of our stickers. In the link down below, I made a document, and as soon as I get enough people to do it, because I think right now we only have like 3 or 4, and we're also working on a post office box, but if that doesn't happen, you may receive a letter that has no return address until we figure out what we're doing. So I am just waiting for a couple more to come in, and then I'm going to mail them out. Some special people might have my address because they already know where I live.
No, we'll probably do the P.O. box next year.
Yeah, I would like to do the P.O. box. That way
Yeah,
we don't have any problems. We don't want no crazy people knocking on the door.
Yep, we'll get it done.
So, but until then, you may just receive one without an address. But it's okay. So you have anything else to add?
No, that's good.
I would like to say that I have about 5 more minutes left on the Ringo, the steampunk cat. I have about 5 more minutes of work, and then I only have 2 videos left. So, question. Tuesday is the last day that I have, I believe. Yeah, Tuesday is the last day. Do you want to see on Tuesday a regular video released at 2 o'clock with me doing it? Or would you like me to do a live later in the afternoon to the evening time? Probably like 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, maybe 7. Just want to know, because I want to finish it with you guys. And live is fun. So, and I know I did a live earlier, and it was early, and people missed it because they were working. So, yeah. Comment down below. Would you like to see me finish Steampunk Kitty, Mr. Ringo, on live on Tuesday? Comment down below. We love you, and we appreciate you, and we're thankful for you. We're happy you're here. Got anything else, Tom?
Nope. I'm good.
Okay. Say goodbye, Tom.
Goodbye, Tom.